I remember this man, I said something to him and he went,
hey,
and
no
I was like,
way. What?
I said, pardon? I said, do you want to communicate what that look was supposed to mean?
Yeah.
Like a man?
What do you say?
Please? And I looked at him just like, and I smiled and he goes, he's like, I was just.
You clocked me.
He was like,
That's what he
I was waiting for it. He was like, you know what? Yeah. He's like, I can have a bit of an attitude sometimes. And I'm like, attitude?
Time out. No, you can't be saying that about yourself, bro. Get it together, man. Grown ass men talking about I can have an attitude.
By the way.
I didn't eat. Like, what are we talking about right now, bro?
It was just, and you know what? What I've also noticed with some men, which I think happens with women too, it's like they've been used to dealing with I guess I'm gonna say just like ancient women who are like just bratty beyond whatever.
Yeah.
That when they are triggered by something, they react from that. They react from dealing with that previous girl.
Yeah.
You know, dealing with that previous attitude. So they're just like, and I'm like, I'm not her. I didn't do that to you.
Ooh.
I didn't speak to you that way.
That part.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like I remember even just being short. Like if you're short with me, I'm like,
oh yeah.
Was that your best response? I always ask, do you think that was your best response?
That's crazy. Being asked that is crazy.
Yeah, no, that's literally where I am right now.
Question.
I know.
Yeah, you strike me as an HR type.
Never.
Like,
no.
Okay, was that the best option you think?
Was that your best response?
What do you mean?
Like, and why were you short? Like, what called for that?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Surprise.
Yeah, it's gotta be interesting hearing your own voice, but I'm here.
Was sweet, but now I'm savage. And I know you can't stand it. Oh well, neither can I, but I manage. If you love me, then you'll manage. Usually I ain't tripping. Usually I ain't fine. But something taking over my mind. I was on the way, feelings on the way. I was on the way, feelings on the way. Oh yeah. How about we go? Wait, I gotta go.
I can play this whole song, but
I gotta go.
I'm not going to. Wait, listen, man. Welcome back to another episode of Return to the Mic podcast. It is your host, Oscar Daddy Direct Poppy, Jameson Poppy, aka Mission Let Me See What's in the Pants, aka just playing now. You know what I mean? It's a new decade. I'm behaving differently. I know how to act now. You know what I mean? I think it's just like I'm not moving the same way I used to back in my 20s.
Okay.
I've got the quorum now. I'm doing therapy.
Okay.
We
love it.
Yeah, I love it for myself as well, to be honest. But I'm lying. I'm still doing that shit. Anyway, we're here again.
We are who we are.
Lovely studio. Shout out to these people over here, letting us, this is our house for a little bit, so I love that. ROTM has a home. But now we're here with a special guest, friend of the show for sure. Also became a friend of the show of Extra Gravy. Come on.
Hey.
Come on, man. We make this happen. Connections, baby. But without further ado, please go ahead. Introduce yourself.
It's Staasia. I'm back.
Yeah, she's back. You guys love her. She challenges me and stuff, and you guys like seeing me in those uncomfortable situations.
Oh my
which
gosh.
I don't think I'm uncomfortable, to be honest. You guys just think I am. But
Is that what they say?
yeah,
That's
sometimes. Like, yeah, some people be like, oh, I can see you're being
It's
uncomfortable.
the shock value. I think you just get shocked. It's
Yes.
not even that you're like uncomfortable. It's just a shock.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what it is. I think it's a situation where I'm not necessarily in control, and people are not, or people think I'm not used to that.
Right.
And so seeing me in real time, they're like, oh, she got him. But no, I think we always have dope conversations, and let's get into it, right? So the song I played in the intro, that's a song of yours.
Yes.
I found out that this is a re-release.
Yeah, actually, it's a re-release.
What? When was the original out?
I believe it was 2018, actually.
Damn.
I know.
Damn.
I know.
Gee, so what made you...
A really long time ago. It was one of my favorite songs, actually.
Yeah.
And, since everything was taken down and I've been trying to, like, streamline a way to put it back up and everything, I just got to a point where I just stopped overthinking. Like, I just kept overthinking everything. And I'm like, this song is so amazing. I love this song. And just gave it a cleaner mix and took some things out, some vocal things out, and just cleaned it up. And I'm like, yeah, I'm putting this back out. Especially now when I listen to the song, I actually, like, realize that it's about, I don't know if you're familiar with this term, but it's about emotional idolatry.
No, I'm not familiar with that term at all, actually.
So if you know
this is why we have her here, man. Putting me onto stuff.
No, but if you know what idolatry means, like,
Yeah, I
you
do.
can just, okay, so that with emotions, like, my emotions were leading me. They were no longer like an indicator, but it became a dictator to everything that I was doing.
Oh, like you're
like. No, but you know what I mean? Like,
I know what you
so
mean?
when I'm saying,
I dated someone like that.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I think we all fall to that sometimes. So even in the song where I was like, I was on the way, but my feelings got in the way. So I let my feelings stop me from doing what I should have done anyways. So I was just listening to it again and I was like, damn, I didn't even at the time it wasn't about like that to me. But when I listen to it now, I'm like, this is about emotional idolatry. Like this is really good. And this is where I currently am too. Okay. Like realizing that as self-aware or self-proclaimed that I believe that I was so self-aware, in my awareness, I didn't realize how much I still let my feelings literally dictate, not indicate like, okay, this means this, but like it was dictating everything. So
you're saying all the things. The fact that like my feelings are indicating and not dictating. Yeah. That part I think is so important because I think sometimes like, fuck it, I'll get into my situation. Like dated someone who was very emotional and whenever I'd call it out, not the fact that she was emotional, but like, oh, look, these are your emotions doing this, blah, blah, blah. She would think that I was demonizing her for having emotions. And I'm like, I'm never doing that, especially not to a woman. That's insane. Like, why would I want to date a woman that's not emotional? Right. That's weird. Right. But I think that's exactly what, those are the words that I was trying to say. Yeah. Like, hey, like, this is an indicator. It shouldn't be it shouldn't dictate everything. And I think a situation is like, oh God, yeah, I want to do a Patreon with you for sure because there's things that I wanted to discuss, especially back when that whole shit was going on, like with me. I was like, yo, I want to chop this up with Staasia because, like, funny enough, an episode we did when this person was present, you were also there and you were bringing up things, and I'm like, I want to talk about this. Okay. So yeah, maybe we'll do that on Patreon. Yeah, but there's so much growth from like when you made this song to now. Right?
Oh my gosh, even like listening to it sometimes, I'm like, wow, like I can just hear how like, I don't know. Sometimes we can, like, as a songwriter, we write things that we're not necessarily dealing with, but it just sounded really good. And I was able to execute it, but I wasn't able to necessarily connect with it. And I'm able to connect with it now, all these years later. That's and amazing. I'm just like, wow.
Like, you almost like privatize it. That's fire.
Yeah. Yeah. So I and it doesn't sound super dated. That was like some of my other stuff sounds dated and I'm like, I gotta get a new production, But this one is just like, and I love this song even when it came out, but I just didn't know what to do with it at the time. You know?
Yeah, I was gonna ask, like, what about this song in particular made you want to say, I want to rework this and then re-release it?
You know what? I think it has something to do with like the fact that it was freestyle, like to know production. We made the production around so all I knew in my head.
Wait, time out. Don't do that. You freestyled the song?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. So I had an idea of what I wanted it to sound like in my head, but it was more acoustic. It didn't have all that extra stuff that you hear. Okay. It was more acoustic based, and I was just kind of writing to that in my head. So when I told the producer my idea, and I'm like, but I want it to be a little bit more upbeat. Then he just went off and did that. And when I first heard it, I was like, this is exactly.
There's nothing better.
This is exactly it. Yeah. And another reason why because I know we're gonna get into it with the producer and everything, because it is from that previous team that I was with. Okay. So I was looking to get it reproduced. Like when I tell you, I was just going through a whole bunch of producers, like who can remake this, who can remake this, or who can make this better, and nobody could do it because me and this producer. We have this synergy. There's just, it can't be replaced. And I said, you know what, Staasia, drop the pride. It is what it is. It's great as it is. Don't try to change it, and like just put it out like it's fine. So
fine. Another thing I want to talk about too, obviously the music. Like last time we spoke, I want to say that you were in a space where you're like, yo, I'm good. Like I'd be fine without doing the music thing.
I didn't say I was fine. However,
play the clip. No, okay.
if I didn't, I think I was definitely gaslighting myself to believe that I'd be fine. But music is like literally nothing separate from me. It was really hard it was really hard. Like I partnered with defeat in my mind. Like I really just didn't see a way out. How was I going to get this done? Finances were against me. Circumstances were against me in Toronto. I had asked for help from other people, get left on red or like, yeah. And then nothing. So it was like, okay, what am I supposed to do right now? Like what am I supposed to do? So I literally was just like, you know what? It's not the end all be all for me. I know that. Yeah. So it was more like, I'm just going to just let it fall as it should kind of thing. But I know I would never be fine.
Yeah, and I feel like in the moment, that's what I was saying to him. Like, bro, you can't do that. But like you said,
I was accepting. I was just accepting it.
Everything you were bringing up was valid. Like, like the challenges you're running into.
Yeah.
But no, so where are you at with music now?
You know what? Not much has changed circumstance-wise, but it's changed in my mind.
Yeah.
It's like I've come out of agreement with that defeat mindset. I've come out of agreement with like that poverty and that lack in my mind. Because, you know, there's no way that I can be this good at what I do, and it's supposed to like just keep it in the tuck, you know.
Yeah.
But I started to feel like all the obstacles I was facing was telling me like, yeah, maybe not. And that's it's not the case.
Yeah.
It's not the case. As I'm seeing with some other things in my life, it's like, actually, no, you're actually supposed to press, because that's how you actually are called to it.
Yeah.
And the closer, it's like problems are an indication of the promise, if you will. Like my pastor says that a lot, where it's like, when you
dropping bombs, like, this is crazy.
When you find yourself, context matters here. So I'm not, because people are going to listen to this and be like, oh, well, I keep da-da-da, so maybe I should keep going.
No.
Context matters
Leave
here.
that man. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Context matters here. And like, if you know your purpose and you know who you are, then like, you have to know that along, again, like, that coming up to those problems, it's like, yeah, you're closer and closer and closer and closer, so you can't break. I think I saw somebody on I don't know if it was Threads, but it was like, in video games, it's not until you meet those obstacles and those people that you know you're on the right track, that you're closer to, right?
That's fire.
When you think about it, right? Like, the closest thing I can think about was like Super Mario. When I used to play back in the day, it's like, you know, you're getting closer to rescuing the princess when you started meeting those obstacles and stuff.
The
so
Goombas.
you can't, you can't deviate. And it's easier said than done, of course. But I'm glad I went through that, that mindset of like defeat, because now I can really speak from a place of like, yeah, I did the inner workings and I did all the workings to like now arrive here. So,
and everything you're saying is super real. Like, especially, I mean, obviously, like as a creator as well, like I go through the same things of like, bro, this is not panning out the way it's supposed to. Like finances are also a thing, reach, people's reactions to what you're putting out, and like, bro, but then you go back and think like, bro, you love this so much and you're actually good at this. It's like, don't stop. And then you start seeing opportunities kind of pan out. You're like, good thing you didn't stop, you know? So that's always fire. All right, is it too early to say you're working on an EP?
No, it's not too early.
Okay.
There's like, I'm like, I have like 3 really that are ready, but two.
Oh, shit. 3 EPs, holy.
One is super brand new, and the other 2 is like, because I realized since 2016 when I started putting out music, I had over 40 some odd songs out, right?
Okay, Chris Brown.
So I know, right? So I've taken those songs since they've been taken down, and I've kind of put them into 2 separate projects. Okay. And then I have a whole new one as well. So just trying to figure out how I'm going to, because with me, I know we met each other late, but in my releases, I don't just like putting something out and being like, okay, it's out, check it out. You know, I like to create like an experience with it. Yeah. So I'm trying to find a way right now how I can do that and be interesting, especially in a day and age where now, like when I look back, especially on my Instagram and stuff, I'm like, I was ahead of the curve actually. And I'm like, why did I stop doing all this stuff? And I mean, I know why. I let people get in my mind and stuff like that. But I'm just seeing like the tactics and what's working now for artists is what I was doing 6 years ago, 7 years ago. And I stopped. You know what I mean? Because it's just, life is interesting that way, where you just realize you're like, you were ahead of the curve for real. And you kind of stop.
It's almost like wearing the super fire, very loud outfit. Where it's like, you like this, and this is hard, but you're like, nah, like I'm doing too much.
Yeah, but because like the short form videos and stuff that I was doing at the time, especially for like promo, it was because I wasn't able to afford to get a full music video. So I was doing that as a way to kind of keep my audience engaged. Right. But now that's literally the thing now.
Everyone
and it's actually a lot less than what I was doing, because you can just go in front of a hasty market with your iPhone, put some color correction on it, and some words, and that's it.
That's literally,
you know what I mean?
That's like the trend right now.
Yeah,
as well.
So I'm just like, oh wow, I'm seeing it come back around. But that's trends. They come and they go, and they come back again, right? But no, it's not too early. I'm working on one.
Good.
I'm really
excited. Expect anything this year? Or no due date yet? Just
you know what?
Repolishing.
Yeah, if it was up to me, I would definitely release it. However, I am not working by myself anymore, so I am taking counsel from my team and stuff like that, and just being like, okay, let's do it this way, especially because I've been gone for so long. It's like, let's do it properly. Especially if this is gonna be like my last hurrah, if you will.
Why do you say that?
What I mean is like,
we're not doing guys, that again.
Here's my thing, guys. There are other things outside of music you know what I mean, that like I realized that I have ventured into.
Yeah.
And while I can do this, and I would love to just, you know, I was looking to actually just sell everything that I had, and like, who wants this? Who can I shop this to? Who can I give this to? So I would like to do that, but music is just, there's just other ventures is all I'm going to say. That, and I'm getting older. I want to be a mother, you know, and really switch my priorities there. But, you know, music is always going to be a thing. It's just that I can't really put all that time into it anymore.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that.
I understand that. I think we're also seeing you explore these new avenues, you know, right?
Yeah.
Whether it's like interviewing people, and everything else you're doing around that, or like just being a social media person, I think. So it's going to be a
and
good
just
transition.
like business, like I'm, you know, creating and in the process of like actual business. So
I'm not getting too much in your
business.
No.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it yet, but it's exciting, and it's just, you know, I just don't want to move on to that and then get too caught up in it that I don't come back to the music. So I kind of want to get this because it's in me it's something that I've been holding on to for so long. Yeah. And I just need to birth. And the amount of DMs, why can't I find this song? Where's this song? Where's this song? Da-da-da. And I'm like, you know what? I didn't even know y'all niggas are still looking for me like that. Let me get it out there, you know?
People always want to hear that. Like, they get into random mood, like, yo, I want to hear this song.
Yeah, and they're like, I can't find it. And I'm like, SoundCloud. They're like, who uses SoundCloud anymore? Like,
valid.
I know, but
valid.
Yeah, no.
But no, I'm happy to hear that you're back in love with music, right? He's having a crush on it and then making music. So
and thank you for always keeping me like encouraged and inspired in it.
Of course, because it's art, and it's like not everyone's called to it. So it's like if you've got it, use it.
Yeah.
So that's always going to be my opinion on that. But
100%.
little transition. Let's talk about dating.
Okay.
Me holding my head just speaks a lot to kind of what's going on. Why? Actually, no, I'm lying. That's not true. Let me pop my shit a little bit. I'm not ready to answer that.
Okay. That's fair.
Fuck it. We'll talk about it. Anyway, what I was saying is this. I'm a busy guy, right? Obviously. And so I'm on dating apps. But even then, I'm not active on them, right? But the cool thing is I do well on them. Okay. Like, I didn't realize that a lot of men don't have the same experience that I have on apps. So, I mean, come on, man. I'm a guy. Yeah, I'm a guy. And for women listening, that's not true. I'm lying.
The confusion already.
Yeah, like, I like to, a little tornado. But no, I think it's just, like, there's so many norms, like the dating norms, like expectations, stuff like that I don't really respect. So like I think that's part of why I'm performing the way I'm performing. Okay. Because I'd rather have a real conversation with someone. Like I don't respect this whole thing of like have a conversation on the app for a few days and then do this. I'm like, no. If I feel like, hey, you're doing this thing, cool, let's meet here and discuss and talk. Oh. Yeah, but it's, you know what I mean? The reaction, you have to feel the certain amount of like safeness with this person before even getting there. And I think
in this day and age.
Yeah, in this day and age for sure. I know, but I feel like a lot of times I've been able to kind of let people know that I'm safe and I'm a normal guy. I'm not crazy.
Yeah, but that's just you saying it like anything.
No. I'm
the
not.
Craziest people say that.
Of course. Oh, we all good? Okay, so you stopped the show to say we're good. Gotcha. Love you, man.
I was gonna say it. I thought you said we could take these out.
Yeah. Oh, wait, no, you can. You can. Yeah, you can for sure. I know some people hate headphones, but you can't hear it in the mic, so we're good.
I feel like we can.
A little bit. Guys, there's some kind of commotion going on.
Is there beef?
I don't think so.
I don't think it's English. So you know when it's not English, they sound more
angry. They sound way more angry. Yeah. Okay. All right, we're back. Anyway, so what I was saying is about dating apps, right? I just like having basically just transparent conversations with people. And I think that through those conversations, people are able to be like, oh, he's like a regular safe guy, whatever, cool, blah, blah. Where was I going with this? Yes, the norms.
Yeah.
I think
like the norms today.
Yeah, the norms today.
What are the? Like, give me 3 that you don't like.
I don't know them. Like I'm almost like autistic when it comes to that shit. Hold on. And we're back. Listen, one thing I'm gonna learn is like trust in London. He knows what he's talking about. Because as soon as I'm like, yeah, we're good. I'm a big ass bang. But now, so we're talking about dating, right? And kind of the norms that come with it. And me basically saying that like I feel like I'm autistic when it comes to dating. Only because like not that I can't do it, but just some things that I'm like. Why? Like I'm not gonna do why, you know? So that's like things like asking specific questions maybe early on in the process, or like things I want to know. Yeah. Or if I notice something weird, I'm like, that's weird. Why'd you do that? Yeah. You know, and it's like but I think it gives me a real answer, which I enjoy. Yeah. But even on that, I think where things get complicated is when it comes to chasing. Like that's where I'm like, I'm not opposed to chasing, but there's such a fine line between chasing and stalking.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I think it's like one of those things.
A very fine line.
There really is,
Yeah.
because it's like, hey, women love to be chased. Cool, love that. I'll play into your little game.
What kind of women like to be chased?
That part. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you got to give me the sign that, and even that sign is probably not even trustworthy.
Right.
Of saying, hey, I want to be chased. It's like, okay. And it's like, stop chasing me. That's enough.
Right.
And it's like, what the fuck is going on here? So that weird little dating game I don't really love and understand really. Like little things like, okay, like a double text. Are you supposed to do it or are you not supposed to do it? Like things like that where it's like, if I have a question, I'm going to ask it again.
100%.
Or if I have something I have to say, I'm not going to wait. Oh, you didn't answer the last question, blah, blah. Like, I'll do it. But if I find myself where I'm in a state where I'm doing this multiple times, I'm not going to take that as like, okay, maybe you're not interested. Let me step back. But then looking back, the person will be like, oh, you didn't really like apply pressure or blah, blah, blah. And it's like, all right, what the fuck is going on? You know? So that's what I mean. I'm like, what is happening?
Ugh.
Talk to me about your perspective.
So much there.
Yeah.
I'm no dating expertise, first of all. So
you find your soulmate. Oh, must be nice.
No,
must be nice to be God's favorite.
I'm just saying that I'm no dating expertise, but I feel like a lot of things in this generation is just a bunch of BS. Like I agree with you
for sure.
But to even the chasing part, like for one, I hear a lot of men say, like, echo what you're saying about like the chasing aspect. It's like, yeah, I'm down to chase, but at the same time, like, so one, I think the perspective on like chase should change. Like I feel like when you look at it as chasing, it's not gonna feel enjoyable, but if you say I'm pursuing, it's very different. So I think women love the pursuit, like want a man to pursue them, right? But if there's any woman who's like, you're texting, let's say you did double text and then they don't respond, or they
crazy.
They give you some answer like, oh, sorry, I da 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 da, and then you find yourself double texting again and you fall back, and then they're like, you didn't apply pressure, move on, please.
Yeah, I think I'm too.
They're playing games. They're playing games, and everybody nowadays, everyone's selfish. Everybody's selfish. Everybody wants what they want, the way that they want it, the way they feel, because everybody feels like I'm that guy, I'm that girl. Everybody feels like that. I'm not saying you shouldn't. However, when it comes to dating, it's like, why are we dating, guys? Like, why are we dating? That's why I'm like, depending on the app, I guess, because apparently different apps are for like different things.
No, none of that shit is true. And even
I don't know.
Yeah, no, and even the things on the app, don't believe them. Like people be like, oh, I mean, but you said this on the app, nigga. Yeah, I lied. Like, what are we talking about? Not me personally, but I'm just saying, like, people can easily lie. Like,
yeah, of course, which is why, like, when you were saying you don't want to, you'd rather like meet up and talk and stuff like that. It's like, well, no, because people just say anything on these apps, right? And then you meet up and it's like, well, you said you were.
Yeah, and you find that out. That's why I'm on the side of like meeting quicker, because I found that out quicker. Like, I'll find out if you're a fraud or not.
Right.
Know? And not that I'm like really concerned about that, because I think it'll come out eventually, but I think it's definitely more of a safety thing for women, for sure.
100%.
And I understand it. You know, like if someone was like, no, I don't want to meet you, I'd be like, oh,
you're crazy.
Yeah, I would never be
like, what the fuck? Why don't you meet me?
I've had that.
Of course, and that's
just
a crazy
like,
person.
I'm like, you're getting defensive. You're getting defensive about me and my
not
safety,
wanting to meet you.
as if, one, you know my story, like I haven't already experienced something like that. Number two, as if, do I know you? Like I'm like, you know you.
Yeah.
So you know that you are safe, but I don't know that.
Yeah.
So don't take it personal. Just be like, oh, I apologize, or like, what would be best for you, or stuff like that. Like I remember on TikTok I was saying, if you're gonna go on a date for the first time with somebody, for a lot of bless you, for a lot of us women, we don't want to get picked up at our house.
Yeah, like what do we like? Why do women have to say that? Like that's so obvious.
It's not obvious.
Right. I'm sorry.
It's not.
To rational niggas. I'm sorry.
No, it's it's not obvious. But there are alternatives. So it's like for me, we met up at a specific location, left my car there, and then he called an Uber and we took an Uber together. So it's like, you can do that.
Yeah.
It's because I don't even like the whole like, I'm meeting you at the restaurant. No.
Really? Say more.
Because I don't want to drive all the way to the restaurant.
Okay, but you don't want to be picked up at your house either.
No, because I don't want you to know where I live. Gotcha. So the alternative is we meet at a location and there's an Uber.
Would you say you're a particular dater?
Yeah, of course I have to be.
Of course, okay.
I'm a specific type of like person. I can't. I tried to shy away from that, but like.
No, don't. Yeah.
I tried.
Because then you can just look crazy across the table, like.
Right, but I am who I am, and I'm out the gate. I just letting you know that. You know what I mean? So it's like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, no, I think I consider all these things sometimes, and I think sometimes it'll come off of like you're not trying to do a thing, if that makes sense, because I won't ask you like, oh, or not trying to okay, it won't come off like I'm trying to do a thing, if that makes sense. It'll more so come off like I'm more nonchalant, and it's more so me considering these factors. Like I wouldn't ask you like, hey, where's your address so I can pick you up? I'm like, no, I'm not. That's your safety. I'm meeting you for the first time. I'm not gonna ask you for your address.
So what do you do?
I'll say we'll meet there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Instead of giving her an option.
Yeah, that's something I have a hard time with because I don't want to
Options.
make them feel like they're pressured. Like I don't want you to be like one or two. Which one?
Yeah, but then you risk the whole nonchalant part where it's like,
Yeah,
I'm just
I know.
telling you. So it's always better to give options.
Okay.
I know this is the first time with us meeting. What are you comfortable with? Do you want do you want that?
Yeah.
What are you comfortable with?
Yeah.
That's always you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you also run the course with some women who are like, why don't you decide? You're the one that da 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 da.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, that's for you to look at and be like, that wasn't even my intention, and that's the attitude I'm coming with. That's not the girl for you, bro. Don't even forget it. And if she asks, then you can let them know. But like, I feel like men also need to be a little bit more like the boundaries, I guess, on like what you're accepting from a woman so early on.
Oh,
in terms of their responses, because a lot, I love women. Okay.
do it.
I love women. I love us. I love, but I'm gonna say, and it's just, there are a lot of men, especially that even the stories that I've heard from like friends, and I'm like, but he did what you wanted. It just wasn't and now you still have something to say. It's like, come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Because all niggas are not the same. They're not.
Oh my God. Say
They're
that
not the
again.
same.
Say it again, man.
They're not
Nothing
the same.
worse.
There's similar traits, sure, but they're not the same at the end of the day. So we can't be,
Yeah, no, there's nothing worse than being treated like the guy who did her wrong.
Yeah.
And he didn't do that. It's like, oh no, like you have the right to feel that way. I didn't do that to you yet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's like
no, but for real, it'd be the yet though. For
yeah, no, because like, if I do it, then you got me. But if I didn't do that, like what the fuck, chill out.
Yeah, but I think giving the option, like
Okay.
if it's the first time, like what are you more comfortable with? You know, I just want to be respectful. I don't want to tell you to meet me at the restaurant and then like that turns you off or something like that, or gives you the wrong impression. So what are you comfortable with?
Okay.
And that's always a good idea, even when it comes to like first date, like and deciding on where to go or what to do. It's like if you're already in conversation with a woman and you're picking up on different things, you can say, what's something that you've been wanting to do you haven't done yet? What's a place that you want to eat that you haven't gone to yet?
That's too much pressure for them. I'll come.
How?
A lot of women are indecisive. So what you do is like you pick up like I'm telling you.
But what I'm saying is if there's if there are three things that she wants to do.
Okay, so you come with the option. Okay.
And then you choose from that.
Yeah.
From the three things.
We gotta lean on one of the options because I gotta let you know I'm decisive. I'm not gonna be like, what do you want to do, this or this? Like,
no. That's not a
right
thing.
now, listen, in my world, it doesn't work like that.
Yeah, no, that's not a thing.
Yeah,
that's not a thing.
I will plan the date. I like doing that. Like I will do it. But that also comes off as like, I remember once I said it on here. I'm like, yo, I take women to do things that I want to do.
Oh, well.
But that's not a permanent statement in terms of forever. I think it's like maybe for like second date or something, or first date maybe. Especially if the person hasn't showed me like what they like. I'll be like, cool, I'll do a thing that I actually know that I would enjoy, and we'll see if you like it or not.
But if they're not showing you, why aren't you asking? That's my question. That's what I'm getting at. It's like those type of questions. Like, what are three things? What's something that you've been wanting to do that you haven't done yet? Is there a place that you want to eat that you haven't gone to yet? What are some things that you like anything like that? Those are conversations that you have in the beginning to get to know the person. Yeah. And then it's like, if you're taking inventory of what she's saying, now when it's time to plan the day, it's like, well, when we were talking, you mentioned this, so we're going to go here, we're going to meet here. And it's okay, you ate that up.
Oh, that's my bag. That right there that you mentioned this. Ooh. Come on,
man. Because we take note of that.
Thoughtful.
Yeah, and considerate, right?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I've dating in this generation is very different. Even for me as like dating, and I was dating older. Now I went to go to the other side. Yeah. 12, 13 years older.
That's a crime. I'm kidding.
Anyways, and he was used to dating younger women as well, right? So that's fine. But my thing was like, he was used to a specific type of woman, and I got grouped into that, and it's like, I'm not that kind of woman. So he was expecting like for me to be just like, I'm not gonna detail it, but if you know your average Instagram baddie, what that lifestyle is like, thought that it was gonna be that over here, and I'm like, I'm in my Bible.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Or like, I'm not asking for certain things, or I'm not like, oh, I saw this and I like it, can you buy it for me? I'm not one of those. And it was like, he was taken back by it. You know what I mean? It was like, well, if that's what you
different.
want.
Oh my God.
Right. And it was like, if that's what you want, you can find that.
Wait, he was mad that you guys didn't have the dynamic?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. He was upset that I didn't want to do, or like, let's go to Ibiza this weekend. I'm like,
and you didn't want to go to Ibiza?
All right,
so that he can have the audacity to try me?
Let's have the conversation. A lot of niggas are birds because they react that like, you didn't go.
First
what do you mean you didn't?
Do you know how many other men told me the same thing? Staasia, you didn't go? Or girls are like, You didn't, and I'm like,
you
want me to risk my life?
Yes, a lot of men are birds. Like where it's like, I would, what if I was a girl, I would do it.
Yeah, he said, but men can say that because they're men, and it's not them going.
Yeah.
And also, if it was a woman that was inviting them, they're easy. If anything, they're gonna give it up.
Yeah.
They're gonna give it up. What's slinging some dick? That's nothing.
Yeah, no, I would not go to Ibiza.
That's nothing. Slinging
Don't get in my DM and tell me you're gonna take me to an all-inclusive thing in Ibiza. I would never go for like 3 to 4 days. I would never do that. I would.
Don't get me wrong. I entertained it in my head. I was like, well,
Yeah, but also,
but I was like,
safety and
yeah.
Because like let's be honest, the odds of a woman killing me out there versus the odds of a man killing you out there.
Or it's not even the killing. Like it's just like if we haven't done certain things, I've been,
oh shit,
you know what I'm saying, because I've been on my journey.
Yeah.
I'm like,
man,
I broke, you know what I mean? So it's like
that nigga popped to Cialis and he's hot in the room. That's crazy.
You see what I'm saying?
A man with a hard dick is a man with a gun.
So what I'm saying is like going on vacation and stuff like that can give people the audacity.
London, why you so quiet?
And I'm just not trying to put myself in situations that I don't need to be in at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So,
I get that.
But he was very taken aback by that, and I was just like, I hear so many men say that they want this wholesome or this, type of woman. And it's like, now you have it. And now you're like,
but not like that. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he loved that I was a homebody, but he didn't like that. Like I wouldn't call him down if he left me for a couple of hours. Like, oh, hi. He's like, you just like your alone time too much. You didn't miss me. And I'm like,
he sounds like me. I'm kidding.
I'm like,
yeah.
Oh, but I told you this is how I am. It's like you didn't believe me. He didn't.
Oh,
he said that.
My god.
He didn't believe me.
You're bringing up traumas.
Yeah. He didn't believe me.
Nothing worse than not being believed.
That's another thing. Yeah. 'Cause it's like I think so many people are just used to being fed lyrics. And
oh my
being
god,
fed
bro.
all of this like flirtatious stuff, and I'm like, no, I mean what I say. I don't have time.
And I say what I mean.
I don't have time to.
I don't have time to lie. Like, why would I?
And if I want you like that, you will know. I'm not one of those girls like, when they show like there's those skits where it's like the man and woman are in the bed and the girl like push up her bum on the guy to be like, no, I'm turning around. I will make the move. Like
scary.
I'm not.
Yeah, that can be scary.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's some grown woman shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm working my way there.
I'm grown.
Yeah.
And if I do feel shy, I'm the type to be like, I want you to do this or like give me your hand and I'll put it there or something.
Give me your hand.
Give me your hand
and I'll put it there.
Like, I know that sounds crazy.
It feels like kindergarten. Yeah.
It sounds crazy. Obviously, there's
I know
whatever.
Yeah,
but like
let
me see your hand for a second.
Okay, that's a better. You gotta
come on.
That's
I will be.
I'm
sensual with everything.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So, but I'm saying I'm not one of those who like the hints.
Yeah, good. I get that.
I mean, there's hints, but like
yeah.
Exactly. But yeah, dating is ghetto. It's ghetto.
What is what is sassy to you? Like, what is a sassy man?
Oh my god.
To you?
Can't stand it.
Great question, eh? I'll be spoken.
Sassy man. Here's my thing. Like, I love that men have found their voice and they feel like they can speak up now and stuff like that.
We can speak, guys.
Yeah, and I love that. However, I feel like the mannerisms matter. Like I love integrity. I love a firm yet gentle man. So like you can be firm and gentle, but you don't have to be like the eyes, the neck. The neck and the eyes for me coming from a man. Like, what are we doing here?
And he's serious.
Like
not on no play shit.
Even like the look like that kind of thing, or like It's usually in the head movements and the neck and like just like even like a double blink. Like
you niggas are double. Are double blink. Let me talk to this camera. You niggas are double blinking.
I remember this man
to women and moving the neck.
Literally, I remember this man. I said something to him and he went,
and
I was like,
what?
I said, pardon? Do you want to communicate what that look was supposed to mean?
Yeah.
Like a man?
What'd he say?
Please. And I looked at him just like, and I smiled, and he goes, he's like, I was just.
You clocked me.
He was like,
said?
I was waiting for it. He was like, you know what? Yeah. He's like, I can have a bit of an attitude sometimes, and I'm like, attitude.
Time out, nigga. You can't be saying that about yourself, bro. Get it together, man. Grown ass men talking about I can have an attitude.
By the way.
I didn't eat. Like, what are we talking about right now, bro?
It was just, and you know what? What I've also noticed with some men, which I think happens with women too. It's like they've been used to dealing with I guess I'm gonna say just like ancient women who are like just bratty beyond whatever.
Yeah.
That when they are triggered by something, they react from that. They react from dealing with that previous girl.
Yeah.
Dealing with that previous attitude. So they're just like, and I'm like, I'm not her. I didn't do that to you.
Ooh.
I didn't speak to you that way.
That part,
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like I remember even just being short. Like if you're short with me, I'm like,
oh yeah.
Was that your best response? I always ask, do you think that was your best response?
That's crazy. Being asked that is crazy.
Yeah,
like,
no, that's literally
like
where I
an
am
HR
right
type
now.
question.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
you strike me as an HR type.
Never.
Like,
no.
okay, was that the best option you think?
Was that your best? Was that your best response?
What do you mean?
Like, and why were you short? Like, what called for that?
Oh my
and
God.
And that's one thing he told me. He's like, ever since I've been talking to you, I realized that like I've been taking inventory of like how I've been responding and like why I say certain things. And I'm like, yeah, because like, where are you responding out of? Where's that coming from?
Yeah, from that little bitch in you.
Yeah, and it's hey, and you know what? Sometimes some men don't get that out, but it's like.
But that's enough.
I can be there for you as a friend, platonically. I'm not gonna take that romantically. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
because I don't do that.
Yeah.
Even as a woman, I don't do that.
Ooh. That hurts.
I don't.
Yeah, you're out-womaning her, bro.
No, and I know I've said it before that I've been like, you know, I don't usually talk to men like out the side of my neck. I don't like to belittle men or make men feel less than or anything like that. But yeah, I got to a point where I was like, we're having a queen off right now, and it's really annoying. Like there can only be one. Yeah,
that's facts.
There can only be one.
Everything you said is completely accurate. I think where it gets tricky now is a lot of women, whenever they get either held accountable or something, they automatically call a man sassy. You know what? And that's what I want to get to. Like in terms of, is arguing with a woman sassy? Sometimes it can be. Other times it can just be
it's necessary.
Exactly. Especially in a relationship setting. Like not even like outside a relationship setting. Like if you're actually having a conversation with someone and then they're saying something, oh no, that's actually not the case. This is this, but they're like, oh, so sassy, you're arguing with a woman.
No.
And it's like
and women love doing that, and it's annoying.
Yeah, it's voids you of accountability. It's crazy. It's so unhealthy and unproductive. I hate it. I honestly hate it. It's what's fucked up is it's actually, I don't argue with women like that. It's made me engage less with people. Definitely, it's like if they say something or if they do something and I'm like, oh, that's not that, and they come back with some shit, I'm like, okay, you got it.
Yeah,
I'm good.
Yeah,
like,
and that could be the most manly thing that you could do sometimes.
Yeah,
to be honest, it's just because the further you try to push it and go, it's like, what's the point? When somebody meets you with a certain mindset, you know you're not going to get any further than that. Like, I don't even engage with certain people, just like you. Like, I remember just hearing something and I'm like, if that was your response to what I said, you've told me more than I need to know. And like, with love, that's it. Just with love, I'm out of here. Like,
I want to find this clip because I listen to Joe Budden podcast a lot. And there's a clip of Mel and Marc Lamont Hill arguing. Have you seen it?
No.
Okay. Yeah, but I want to find the clip first so that we have some time.
Okay.
Okay, I found it. So again, the whole argument was about 10 minutes or so.
Oh, wow.
But this clip, I watched the whole thing too. I'm on Patreon. And it wasn't even an argument. It was really just like a conversation. But this 47 second clip kind of summarizes a lot of it.
Okay. So then that puts how you were perceived. Okay. So then that puts me in a position where when we're having these conversations, I can either say nothing, agree with you, or disagree with you. Those are my three options, right? I can say nothing, agree with you, or disagree with you. I don't agree with you. So now my options are to disagree with you. I mean, I'm sorry, my argument is to agree with you dishonestly or to be quiet. If we're going to have a conversation, an honest conversation, and the rules are either agree with me or be quiet, that puts me in an unfair. I didn't say you said that, but those are the options. I didn't agree with you. If we're not going to talk about it, that's fine. But if we're going to talk about it, I have to be able to have space to say, yo, I don't agree with you. The same way I do with everybody else.
I need you to black out.
That's just my position.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay.
And then she was like, whatever at the end. Like that to me.
Whatever to what?
Exactly. Like, that's to me kind of speaks to what we were saying earlier, where like somebody is literally calling you out, not on your bad behavior, but just on how things went. And instead of acknowledging it or saying, oh, okay, you're actually right, or I didn't notice that, you go, oh, whatever, okay. I don't want to make this an argument. And that's kind of what she kept saying for those whole 10 minutes. Of saying like, oh my God, I don't want to make this a me and you thing. And he's like, no, but it is a me and you thing. That's why we're here. Like, let's talk about it.
Yeah.
And then she kind of almost got emotional towards the end. And I was like.
And she's not usually like that though. So. Is she?
I'm on Patreon, right? So like I listen to all the episodes. Yeah. Like at first I didn't think she was like that. But what I've also noticed is that everyone on that cast is the same person. Like they all display that kind of behavior where like they're put in a corner. shown the wrongdoings and like, all right, I'm not doing this next. What else?
Oh.
And it's disgusting. I'm like, oh, I thought it was just Joe that did it, and then I saw it in Mel, and then I saw it in Ish, and I'm like, this is insane. They're all the same. I see why they get along.
That's just the trending thing with like us, like humans nowadays, though, right? Everybody wants to say what they want to say, and then and that's just it. There's no duality in understanding anymore, and it's
so
just like
sick
you
of
know. I always tell people, I'm like, I can understand and not agree, right? It's not the same thing. So there's nothing wrong with understanding. You can understand and not agree. I don't need to agree with you, but if I can understand where you're coming from and offer a different perspective, you can either take it or leave it. But that's exactly what he was saying there, essentially, from what I'm hearing. Now, obviously, there's context, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But if essentially that's what he's saying, like if we're gonna talk, I can either disagree with you, be dishonest and agree with you, or be quiet. But if we're gonna talk about it, I need to have room to say what I'm saying, and that's facts.
Exactly.
If we're gonna talk, if we're gonna tell it all. Like say all the things.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think he said it perfectly as well, and I think Mark being added to that podcast is so excellent. Like he's funny, he's sharp, he knows a bunch of the stuff, he calls people out, and that's what was happening. And it was another part he mentioned in the argument as well, because she was like, I feel like you're attacking me more, right? And then his
delivery sucked. His tone and delivery. So, that's the main thing with women. Like you could be saying whatever, but if your tone and delivery is off, that's what we're gonna hear.
Yeah. So he was saying it outside of just that specific argument. She meant like just as a whole on the podcast, right? And then he said, "It's like, oh, like, do you think so?" He's like, "Yeah." It's like, okay. Do you think that I shoot at you more than I shoot at this person? No. What about this person? No. This person? No. Like you see, that it's like that's not really the case. But he's like, but if you're in a place of privilege, when you start getting treated like the other people, it feels unfair. And I'm like, he smoked that, and he's 100% accurate. Like he never goes below the belt. He's always like, because he's witty and he's quick. I guess or in that field, right? So he's on it. He's great with words and everything else. But I think he said it perfectly. He shoots at everyone. Yeah. But because she's not used to being shot at as much, she's like, I don't like this. Exactly. And like things like this where he holds her accountable. Nobody else does that. Like a lot of times they'll be like, Mel, this is this, and they'll be wrong in some of the points, and she'll point that out, and they won't acknowledge it. And she's like, all right, whatever, we're done. But for Mark, he's bringing up facts like, hey, this is what's happening. This, and then she gets uncomfortable and decides to leave. Down. So and she's grown. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like that to me is just like.
But grown, she's been through a lot though. And I'm not saying that. No, I'm not saying that's an excuse for poor behavior, but it does explain, right? Because like excuses and reasons aren't the same thing.
Yeah, say it again. Yeah. And I think. I don't like that argument. I don't like it. I don't like that I've been through a lot. Sure. And it's unfortunate that you did. Why are you bringing it everywhere you go?
Exactly.
Like, you don't have to bring this big-ass suitcase everywhere you go. No. You're literally fighting with it on TPC.
But like, to be... And honestly, depending on what it is, like... And if you know her story, you know her story. But it's like... because it's embedded. And that stuff just can't change over time. It might take a long time. Obviously, she still has to do the work, and she still has to be like, okay, I shouldn't react this way. However, I'm just saying it explains. She's
49.
Yeah, well.
Yeah. I don't think she's going to change. Yeah, he's another one who's, it's over for him.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to argue with anyone who says he's bigger than us. And I'm like, okay, you believe that in your heart of hearts. Yeah, you got it. I'm good. I'm not arguing with people. Not at 30. I'm not doing that. Yeah. I have another clip I want to play you as well. Okay. This is like the discussion portion of the pod, you know. So this one I found on IG. Oh, whoops, I forgot it.
And you're emotionally unavailable.
Hold on.
Boom. When a woman tells a man you're emotionally unavailable, what she's basically saying is, I don't have the ability to hurt you, and it makes me feel uncomfortable.
What?
When a woman tells...
What?
Break it down.
Sir.
Break it down.
Me break it down? You break it down.
No, I don't.
What did you take from that?
I don't know.
Did he say when a woman tells you that you are emotionally unavailable, that is saying that you do not have the ability to hurt them and that makes them uncomfortable?
Yeah.
What?
Listen. Is there some truth in what he's saying there?
There's some truth in anything, dude. Like, let's be for real. If you want to find the truth, there's truth in everything.
Yeah.
Now, there's truth in it because we're talking about emotions.
Yeah.
So yeah, when you are emotionally invested, that does give way to say you will be able to hurt me.
Yeah.
However, that is not. He went from A to Z
Yeah, he went
and
crazy
didn't
with
talk
that.
about the intricacies in between.
Yeah,
No
yeah.
woman is wanting to get hurt.
Yeah.
By that. However, it's the risk that we take once we want somebody emotionally available. It's a risk that we're taking to say, yeah, we can get hurt, but. That is a wild.
It is a big
wild
jump.
and a very it's not incorrect. It's just incomplete. It's very
Yeah.
different.
Let's live in this world that he's made up, though.
Okay.
Those people are a real thing, and they do get very upset about that. That it's like I can't get a reaction out of you.
Yeah, but that's toxic people.
Yeah.
They're toxic. Like
Yeah.
we know that exists. Yeah, those people definitely exist.
Are both people in that situation toxic, or just the one who's mad?
It's usually just the one that. Well, first of all, the person that's not emotionally available is not emotionally available for a reason. There's trauma there, so they're toxic already.
Damn.
The second person who's looking
got me.
for, the second person who's looking for that reaction that just kind of wants to pull on those strings of the emotions.
Yeah.
They're toxic as well. Like it's toxic. A lot of nonchalant men are toxic. They are. They should. They are. And a lot of them that I've spoken to, once we find out why, it's like, okay, well, you're nonchalant because you are afraid of being hurt. Because once you emotionally are available, yeah, that gives way to say, well, now the girl can either say, ew, he's too clingy, or like, ew, it's not enough, or I'm seeing this emotional side, and it's like, you know what I mean? So the safest place for a man sometimes is to be nonchalant, because it's like you really can't gather anything. I'm just nonchalant.
Yeah.
Even in my care, I'm nonchalant. Even in my love, it's nonchalant. But it's like you're not getting enough because you're so able to just cut that off. Yeah, it's toxic.
I think like that getting that treatment from a partner of like, it's too much or whatever, will have a man shut down very quickly.
I'm sure.
And it's real. I'm sure you've seen those memes, right? Where it's like a guy's like annoying his girlfriend, and she's like, oh my, you're so annoying.
Yeah.
He's like, all right. And he just stops talking for the rest of the day and stuff. That could never be me. I know I'm annoying.
Yeah.
I'm going to annoy you. And I told you I'm going to annoy you.
Yeah.
So it's like I stand on that side.
Yeah.
But I forget what it is that kind of would put me in that zone. But I think it has happened to me before, where like I got that reaction. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
cool.
damn. You don't
like-
you don't like me for real. That's all it is. Like you
That's
don't like
really
me for
what
real.
it feels like. It's
Yeah.
like, this is me. You're not fucking with me.
Yeah.
Bad.
Yeah.
It's like I've put up with all your shit, you know.
Yeah.
You know. So
Well,
yeah,
it happens. It happens.
it definitely does, and it's not a
But
it's not a pretty thing.
it's because men haven't been taught that they will be hurt. You know that, right? Like men, you guys weren't raised to know that a woman will disappoint you, or a woman will hurt your feelings and stuff. Like you weren't raised that way. So now when you come to that, you don't know how to deal with it. You don't have the tools to access to be like, how do I navigate this? I just don't like it, because you weren't taught that.
Yeah.
Your
So
coaches, your friends, like you guys weren't taught that at all.
Yeah,
We
so
were
I'll s-
taught. Women were taught we're gonna get hurt.
for sure.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this. My dad did tell me that, but he didn't give me the tools. So he told me, he was
shit.
like, he just gave me the lesson. Like, listen, before you
said,
get
"Flow,
married,
nigga."
before you get married, make sure your heart's broken. Like, make sure you got your heart broken once before. That'll prepare you for marriage. But I need to know that you were able to just be like down bad, and so you know what it's like.
Oh wow.
Like, prepare yourself. And I'm like, okay.
You didn't understand at the time.
I didn't,
Yeah.
but I went through. I'm like, I get it.
That's what he meant.
Yeah. And I think also like just I keep bringing it up. Like, I'm super grateful the way that I grew up with my sisters and shit, because like it could have gone either way. You've seen men, get their heart broken, and they just, I'm never gonna forgive women. Like,
Oh,
this, and
man,
they, just,
yeah.
they take it with them everywhere
Yeah.
they go. But I think once you're able to be like really heartbroken, you're like, fuck, like I know what this feels like, but you also know the other side where it's like I know what it is to love,
Yeah.
and actually be happy. So
Yeah.
you're grateful for it, and that's
Yeah.
kind of where I was at after that heartbreak, where it's
Yeah.
like, fuck, but
That's
we
good.
got this good out of it.
Yeah.
But,
Facts. Exactly.
Yeah. No, I think like the older I'm getting, I'm just checking these things off this list of
It
like,
should, and that's what should happen. You know what I mean? That's
for
what should
sure,
happen. It's a good
for sure.
indicator. There are men who are 36, 38, still just like, nah, I want to find a girl who could just accept me for me and my nonchalant ways. And it's like, they want the perks of companionship, but they
Yeah.
don't want the emotional responsibility of a relationship.
Ugh.
And it's like, you can't.
you can't.
You can't. Not as you
can't
get
do that,
older.
man.
Not if you want like the responsibility of a good woman.
Talk about that.
The responsibility of a good woman, it comes with that. You got
Man.
it. The perks of companionship is so easy. You can have that with anyone. You don't even
Yeah.
have to be in a relationship to have that.
Yeah.
You can just enjoy that. But now when it's the emotional weight and the responsibility of that, yeah,
Yeah, it costs for sure.
100%.
I got
Another one?
yes, I got another clip for you as well. And
That's
this
wild
one-
though. That nigga's crazy.
He really is. He really is. This one I think I sent it to you before a while back, but I wanted to.
Else is non-negotiable for you. I'm less and less interested in religious men, if I'm being honest with you. I told Paul this the other day.
Not this.
I don't know. You hit me with the man of God thing. I says,
but you say God a lot on your podcast.
God?
Yeah, you be like, God, oh my God.
Oh my God. No.
Oh my God is different.
Oh my God is different than being a
God.
man of God. If you're leading, I don't know. I've just had some. I've had some negative experiences with people that lead with their religion.
Are you religious?
Not really.
No. So
I would say I'm a person of faith, but I'm not. I was raised in a Baptist church, very, very religious family. I don't think that just because you're a Christian that you are, not living a good life. I'm just saying, if that's the first thing that you bring to the table, it's a red flag for me, because
there's definitely trauma there, but we'll keep playing the clip.
100%.
they're hiding behind their religion.
don't care. Why? What does this matter to me?
Happened with that before. That's what that happened.
Multiple times.
Yeah, you might have a trigger behind that.
I do.
Yeah,
I do.
yeah,
I absolutely.
yeah.
I'm acknowledging. I'm triggered by this, and it's become a red flag for me.
Wow.
I'm not saying that if you believe in God that you are a red flag. I also don't give a so just tell someone.
But you do.
Well.
Else about it. I think for some men they think that that's what women are looking for, like looking for a good Christian man.
Yeah,
they're not wrong.
And some people are, but just not me. So
else is non.
Your thoughts on this clip?
I hate that you played this because faith-based conversations are so like, if you're not anchored in like the truth of it, it's a really hard conversation to have, right? And conversations like that isn't meant for the public. It's not. Like, I don't know if is that a faith-based podcast or
no? It's not. I think it's like a basketball podcast actually.
Oh, okay. Well,
Paul Pierce and somebody else.
I just feel like not all conversations are meant for the public, and you can hear even her delivery. She just wanted to say what she wanted to say and get it off her chest. But she's not entirely wrong. There are a lot of, but the problem here, if I'm going to call it a problem, is that, because my goal isn't to excuse poor behavior from men of God or men who claim that they are men of God, right? However, it's like when you hear that someone says they are a woman of God or a man of God, that you now remove the human from them. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, well, you say you're a man of God, so why are you smoking cigarettes, or why are you drinking, or like you still had sex, or like you still tried to have sex with me? And it's like, first of all, you don't even know where they are in their journey, number one, because as much as you can get saved today and say, you know what, Lord, profess the Lord Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, you get saved, but you will still deal with the patterns of your flesh. You'll still deal with the patterns of you being horny or whatever. Like, that stuff still happens. So I don't think penalizing somebody for their innate, contributions, if you will, to say, oh yeah, I think it's a lot of lack of, like, she probably fell, excuse me, she probably fell for the whole, I'm a man of God, and she thought, okay, that means he's going to do this, and this. And then when he showed up in his flesh, if you will, she was like,
literally,
whoa,
put it away.
What the heck? Or like, maybe she kept falling for it, and then it was like, wait, I shouldn't be doing this with this man of God, and now it compromises her and her salvation or her faith. So it's like, it happens a lot. A lot of men don't necessarily demonstrate the obedience and the discipline that they should, that comes with professing that you are a man of God. It happens a lot. But also women, they seek for that and they don't seek for the fruits of that, and then they get caught up in it and they're mad that they get caught up in it. It's a you thing too. So
nothing to add. You said it perfectly. Only thing I would add is, for sure, like we said, there's trauma with that. You know, like the way she grew up. And I think that's a thing as well that people don't really talk about too much. Like, if you grow up religious, that's one thing. But if you grow up religious and you go to the church a lot, you're gonna experience some things.
You're gonna see a lot.
And I think it can easily deter you from religion and from faith as a whole. And I'm so happy that my parents kind of did what they did with us. Where, like, we were going to church at one point, and then some drama happened, or at least was about to happen. And my dad was like, all right, I'm taking my kids out of this because that's not
Very
what
good.
faith is about.
Yeah.
We're going to be praying at home now. So every
Yeah, I
Sunday
love
we're
that.
reading verses, whatever, we're reading passages, whatever, and we're applying it to real life.
Yeah.
I'm showing you the stories of the Bible, but I'm also showing you how you can apply this
Good.
to your life. And so like that's how we grew up. And then as time started to progress and stuff, my dad was more so of like, hey, like these are life lessons. Like this is, I'm going to be on the side of like spirituality, and I'm always going to be looking at the Bible, but I want you guys to value your faith more than anything, and also spirituality too. Like these are kind of like guidelines. And then that I'm super grateful for, because a lot of times people be like, that's not Christian. You know, you're supposed to be going by the book. And I'm not doing that. You know what I mean? It's like my faith will never go away. But in terms of, can I read the Bible more? Yeah, I could definitely go back and read it. But in terms of my faith, like, nah, that's not, that's the one thing that's always going to be, regardless of what the fuck's going on in my life. Like, I know, like, dog, I talk to God like we talk. You know what I mean? Where it's like me in the room and like, I don't know, you know. And you know what I mean? Like, like you can have a prayer that's like 6 words, you can have a prayer that's like 6 minutes long, right? That's the kind of relationship I was able to build with God because of how my dad kind of raised us. And so for that, I'm super grateful, because I don't know what it would have been like had I
stayed. Such a,
I think it would have ended up like Joy, where it's like, you know, you religious people, you guys do this, you guys say this, and you're hypocrites and all these things. And it's like,
we all are. That's the thing. We all are. And it's just like, unfortunately, man, Christianity or all the different types of anities and stuff or whatever, it's just like it's the Bible, because you know people are like, oh, the Bible this, the Bible that, and it's like, my thing is, man, you see a lot of red flags in that nigga that you kept giving chances to, or to that girl or to that job, and you still did it. And it's like, you aren't seeking out or pursuing the truth in the Bible. Number one. Number two, the Bible is not a rule book. It's a book based off principles.
Yes.
It's principles for everyday life. There is wisdom literature in the Bible. There's finances in the Bible. There is how do you deal with people who are trying to persecute you. There is how to deal with people, how to manage yourself while people are mismanaging you. It's literally all in the Bible. You know what I mean? But because the Bible was used in a way where it was like to like beat you into whatever. So people kind of deviate from it, but it's just like people pick and choose. If you want to become a lawyer, if you want to get your license, you do everything you need to do to get it, except for now when it comes to this, because you want to still do what you want to do. You still want to do what you want to do, right? So this could go a whole bunch of different places. I think it's great that you are able to hold on to your faith and stuff like that. And I believe that as you continue to mature, you're gonna see that like that's just not enough. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, you holding on to your faith is not enough.
Say more.
It's not enough. Like,
say more.
Okay, you believe in God?
Of course.
Do you believe in Jesus?
Yeah.
Okay. So do you believe that there's a certain way that you need to live?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. So your faith is not enough.
So the way you live on.
Yes.
Oh, yes. Of course. I mean, that to me is implied though. Like,
it's
in
not
terms
implied.
of, to me.
Oh,
I'm saying to me, and kind of how that is. Like, of course, like it's not just like.
Good.
Yeah. No.
Okay,
I guess in my mind, it's like these things are very obvious.
Yeah.
Just kind of in the
but
way
you're going through your journey. You're going through all of it. I think one thing that I didn't like was I didn't do a lot of things because of what I heard as a Christian should be. So I stopped doing a lot of, or I didn't allow myself to do a lot of things, because it was like, well, I'm not allowed to do this. I'm not supposed to do this. Right? But I never allowed myself to actually grow through it and get the experience, if you will. Not saying that I need the experience of everything. I don't need to taste shit to know that I shouldn't eat shit. You know what I mean? But like, I still didn't allow myself to go through or grow through certain things. I just stayed away from it. And I looking back, like, I wish that I could have been like a lot more of my friends and had some certain experiences, but I didn't, out of the fear of like, it was the wrong type of fear. It wasn't fear of like respect. It was fear like, oh, I'm gonna go to hell, because I was so ignorant in my understanding.
Interesting.
Very
ignorant.
ignorant.
This is a separate question from this, but do you think you're able to learn from the mistakes of others? Or are you the type to have to do the thing to learn for yourself?
No, you don't have to do, not always. Sometimes people go through things so that you don't have to. And
I agree.
Yeah, and hearing somebody's testimony about certain things, it's like, yeah, I don't have to go through that. Now, if you want to be ignorant or stubborn to be like, well, I just want to know for myself, because it's true. What happens for you doesn't happen for me. It's very true, right? But again, context matters here. So
that's what I was. That's asked that question because I don't know if you were referring to that in terms of some things you wouldn't do because you say, well, maybe Christians are not supposed to do this or whatever. Was it a situation where you're like, I need to find out for myself?
I wanted to find out for myself because like a lot of people everyone was doing all these different types of things or living their life a certain way. And I was like, well, why can't I, or why shouldn't I, and stuff like that. Or like, but I was just too scared to even try to, or to even allow it.
Yeah.
Or I found a way where I can do it in my own way, where it wasn't like completely out there. I was on the sidewalk a little bit, not necessarily in the streets. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like,
did you do it for the sake of why not, or because you were genuinely curious?
I was genuinely curious, but it was never a why not. For me, it's that I always, if something lands at a why not, I have to seek it out. Like, I have to seek out, okay, well, what is this worth? You know what I mean? But now if I'm really, really curious, yeah, I still sought it out. I didn't do a lot of the stuff that I saw my friends or like other people of faith doing and allowing themselves to do, because I was listening to that other stuff. So I'm saying I like that, you know, you go through your journey. I think everybody should go through their journey.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that having your faith and saying that, like, oh, I talk to God and you believe you have a relationship with God is just not enough, because there are fruits that come from that. Like me and my journey and getting closer and closer to the Lord, there's certain things that just fall off. There's certain desires that are just not there anymore. There's certain things that just stop. There's certain things just stop happening when you are truly on that journey. That's all I'm saying. Though it looks different for everybody, there's still a consensus, if you will, of like how we are supposed to be living our lives. So how kind are you? Are you able to forgive easily? Because a lot of people want to be like, oh, I'm not having sex. Okay, but you can't even forgive your mom.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And that's what, to me, like, these things are implied because that is synonymous with being a good person. But it also speaks to, like, because I grew up with faith and religion, like, these two things are kind of like just good morals.
Yeah.
Like, I think religion shaped a lot of my morals.
Yeah.
And so when I grow up, it's like, this is associated to being a good person.
Yeah.
And I find like my therapist will challenge me sometimes about that where she'll be like, why is it so important to be a good person? Right? And I'm like, because that's the right thing to do. Like, why would you not do it if you're able to do it?
Yeah.
You know, so things like that. So that, to me, I guess, like, they just work hand in hand.
That's the faith part of it. Like being a good, because people, again, like I was just saying earlier, it's like people can stop doing things or do things and you're just a moral person. You're just more moral, but you're not more Christ-like. We're called to be more Christ-like, right? So you can do all these good things. And again, it's like, yeah, you're just good morals. You're just a good person. That doesn't necessarily mean that you are more Christ-like. If that sounds confusing, I'm sure, because you're like,
I'm listening. I'm like, what does that look like for you?
It's literally every day and how I show up in the world. Like I do everything with love. And I'm not just doing something good because, oh, I can do it. It's literally, I'm called to it. Meaning if I don't even feel like it, I acknowledge I don't want to forgive you right now, but I am, because I'm called to do that. I've been forgiven. That's being more Christ-like than just being like, oh yeah, I say I forgive you, but in my heart, I have you pent up.
Is that not being a good person?
But what I'm saying is there's a difference between being a good person and being more Christ-like.
That's what I'm trying to get at. Like, that's why I'm trying to see what your definition of it is, because that to me falls under being a good person.
There's the intent, your heart posture is always what matters. Heart posture of having good morals is just the act. It's the doing of things. Being more Christ-like is the being. It's your heart.
Again, to me, it's saying the same thing.
Not.
Like, I don't think you're a good person if in your heart you don't want to do it.
But that's because you're so pure.
That's what I'm trying to get. So I'm trying to understand.
So to the pure, all things are pure. So that's why even for you, when you're like, I'm not talking to you on this app for 6 weeks before we meet, I'm a good person because you're so pure.
Yeah.
Right. So that's even that. I believe that's in the Bible too, where it's like, to the pure, all things are pure. You're very much like me. Like, to the pure, I'm pure, so I don't But I've quickly come to find out that it's just my eyes, the way I see things, it's just not what it is for everybody else. So
there
are people who do good moral things, but they are not good morally, like from their heart. They're not. They just do things. They can do the things. But they're not the thing.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That I agree. I was just talking more so my perspective.
Okay. Oh yeah. No.
That's why I was like, I'm trying to understand.
I don't know you enough like that deep enough that to say, well, Duke, your heart.
Yeah. No. And I didn't think you were talking directly about me. Aside from the it's not enough part, but then the rest I was like interested in. But like when I was talking about
I felt
good
prompted
people,
to say that because I'm just like, I don't want you, like, it's great to have your faith, but just know that that's not enough. Like, it's not, and we can get caught up in thinking that's enough. And I don't know what your enough is versus what my enough is. Yeah. Sometimes for people, they're just like, I just want to get into heaven. All right. And you will, right? But it's just like, if you, I don't know, again, because it goes.
No, it's
it goes.
A thing. It's a thing. And it's like at home as well. Like, we haven't prayed with like the fam for a minute, so it's like that's the thing that's always in the back of my mind as well. My dad's like, "Yo, you're reading your Bible as much as you used to," and I'm like, "Oh God."
That's a thing, man.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
it really is. But I think
I just started reading. I became a Bible reading believer literally like last year. Oh, I can't even say favorite. There's no go-to. Like there's no go-to when it comes to the Bible, man. Like every
depends what season you're
chapter.
in.
Right now, I am in because I want to deal with people rightly. I'm learning about the different types of people. So I'm reading a lot of Paul's letters to the different churches because there were so many different churches. And some of the churches that he would write to, they had all these gifts, right? So they felt like they were the best, but their heart was nasty. They couldn't forgive each other. They couldn't love each other. They couldn't this, they couldn't that. So in me just dealing with people, it's like, yeah, they have all these things, but it's their heart's in the wrong place. So how do I deal with them? Understanding that they don't realize, because what some people can fall into a trap of is because they're successful, have all this money, they could feel like, oh, my relationship with God is this because I have all of these things. Yeah. Not realizing that low-key can be a distraction. That low-key can be that you think that because your relationship, God doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
He doesn't work like that. And I think a lot of people have looked at God as like a genie. So we think, oh, if I do all these good things, yeah. And it's there are promises tied to like, like what he says, but it just doesn't work like that. So then to look at somebody who's poor, or like me, I'm financially in between blessings is what I call it, right? Financially, I'm in between blessings right now. Somebody would be like, whoa, what are you doing in your life? How come your life? And it's like, that's not even it. Job, the book of Job will tell us that. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like,
I find myself having to like remind people. I guess I'll talk about like my dad specifically, like, you know what I mean? Like he's someone who's worked hard his whole life and like always been a man of faith and, religion as well. Like he's like on his D, like obviously he's the one that explained the Bibles to me, right? So but when it comes, like sometimes I see him like not failing but just kind of falling short. I'm like, Pops, this is not even, you're going against yourself. When you find yourself like, yo, how come I don't have millions right now, like plural, like fuck the house, like I want like liquid, how come I don't have this? And I'm like, it doesn't, like, it's not like that. Like, don't say that because your life was not a success or God is not listening to you because you don't have this. It's just you have millions and not money. Like, look at the fam, look what you've been able to do and stuff like that. And he's like, that lasts for a while, but then he gets back, and I'm like,
and you know what? I've come to find out that unfortunately there are bloodline curses and stuff like that. If you believe that, that's a real thing that a lot of us don't realize.
Families it's Harry Potter for real. Like
but seriously,
know, like we have witches in the family.
No, but seriously, you know what I mean? And I didn't, but because I was so ignorant in that, I didn't really understand. Like I heard it and it just seemed very mystic. I didn't understand it for real.
So you're okay, let me interrupt you.
No.
Are you like recently spiritual? Or have you always been like, did you always know that there was a realm?
I've always known of it, but I didn't really believe it or experience it until recently. And I was like, oh, wow. And then things were like revealed to me and I was like, oh, and I'm tracing it back and I'm like, oh, bloodline curses are a real thing. Yeah. Territorial curses are a real thing. So
you get attacked and shit by people.
But there's ways to break it. That's the thing. And it's like, if we don't really engage with the tools of victory, then we're not gonna experience it. Yeah. So but it all starts in the mind. And I think what's great for even your dad to do is like anytime he feels that, it's really when I tell you the type of raw and real conversations I have with the Lord, it's like David. Like David told God, make their children fatherless. Like he was cheesed. You know what I mean? But like he knows it's already in your heart. You got to get it out at the end of the day, right? No, so I don't know how we turned into the gospel pod, but like
we're here. No, this is what it's about. Like, having these real conversations. I know my dad is, like. When it comes to that, like I'm just so happy he has that mix of like the spirituality and the religious piece because of what he's experienced in his own life and the things he's figured out that he's capable of doing, like the ability that he can speak things into existence, good and bad. Just like the power of the tongue, like the
dominion.
Fact that he had to
he gave
learn
us
that.
Dominion, man.
The fact that you learned that and he's like, yo, you need to be very careful because there's maybe we're able to doing this, so I want you to be aware of this. And I'm like, what is this, a fucking movie? Like, what do you mean we have powers, right? So, but
no, for
like.
real, though.
It's ultimately that, and just, so I think experiencing some of those things when you're really young will open your eyes to like the spiritual stuff, especially.
I experienced it, but it wasn't, again, I don't know. Maybe I was just like.
It wasn't like spooky?
Yeah, like it just wasn't. And it wasn't until like I was like, oh.
Let's get a bit real. Oh. I'll tell you something. So because I'm the only guy in my family, I'm a target.
Yeah, 100%.
Spiritually.
So you know that.
So it's like, so like growing up, there's things that happen were not supposed to happen that happened. I'll keep it at that.
Yeah.
And so like once that happens, your parents kind of pull you to the side, like,
Yeah.
hey, these are the weapons we need to have, and you need to be praying like this. You need to be doing this, and you need to. Blah, blah. So it's like, oh shit, all right, this is more than just flesh. Like we're not. You can't just go to the gym do some push-ups. Nah, this is. You got to train. You know. So
Literally.
it's like, yeah.
Everything spiritually, it starts spiritual first before it's here in the natural. And one of the things that I've been kind of like tugging and pulling with is like growing up, we hear a lot of like the dark side of spirituality and like the witches and all of that stuff and like the rituals and stuff like that, and we'd be like da-da-da. But then when we actually realize that it originated here and it was perverted, right? So it's just like, so coming into that, because I used to look at people who would have their altars and their crystals, and I'm like, and then I'm realizing over here and I'm like, oh, but in the spiritual realm, it's altar versus altar.
Exactly.
So it's like if people on the dark side, if I'm going to call it that, are literally sacrificing things. Obviously we're not supposed to sacrifice anything. Christ died for us. However, sacrifice in terms of fasting, so food, and anything that we feel like is anything that we put, like it doesn't just have to be food. Like when it comes to fasting, I don't believe that it just has to be from food. People try to make it seem like it's food, but no, it could be internet, it could be movies, it could be certain types of movies, it could be whatever. Like when I participated in Lent, I was like, I don't really know what I'm going to give up this time. Like, you know, last year it was weed. I'm like, I'm going to give up weed for 40 days. And I did that. And it was like, I heard the Lord saying like, you did that already kind of thing. And I was like, okay, so what do you want? And he told me reality TV. I was like, no. I was like, wait, so when you say reality TV, do you mean like, because I watch it. And I didn't realize why he wanted me to stop watching it until the end of it. And I realized how my mind was different alone.
I'm trying to tell you guys, bro. This shit is like cigarettes, like
no,
Love Island.
Yeah,
it's terrible.
Well, I've never went to go. I wanted to start watching it, but like I realized that me, it's only because of that one clip where it's like, "Mommy, I'm a mommy." Mamacita like, takes me out.
Crazy.
It's hilarious. I'm like, let me go watch this. But yeah, all that stuff is real and it's scary. I hate to use that word, but it's real.
It is.
And the more and more I ignored it, I realized how it was costing me by being ignorant. God. So I'm just like, oh, bloodline curses from when I wasn't even born yet, and I have to deal with this stuff now? Nah.
I've heard situations where like a grandparent has already sold out their grandkids that are not born yet.
Listen to me, okay?
Like,
no, that stuff is real.
I'm dead ass. Fam, we're Congolese. You can't be squinting your face like that.
No,
you had Simon Kimbangu, fam. Like that's not a joke. You know what I mean?
True.
Like, you know these things. So.
It's true.
Nah.
It's true. I was watching. So one of the apostles I watched, I don't know if you heard him, Apostle Joshua Selman. It was because I tap in online, and this guy came with a shrine from his family, and he's like, I brought it here because I had a dream that you were saving me from this, like, bless you, from this like deep. He brought it to the church. He brought it to the church because he said he had a dream that the apostle, the pastor, was saving him from like this deep dark hole. And what this shrine is, you're supposed to sacrifice a sibling, so that you become rich. Or something like that. So he brought his sister, who he was supposed to sacrifice, with the shrine to the church. Yo, when I tell you, like, he was just breaking down everything, and Apostle was like, this type of faith you have to have because it's real. He's like, it started from my grandfather, and he's like, the guy who brought it, he said a whole bunch of people just randomly just fell ill and died in his family, and it was because they were to me, I didn't think that stuff was real.
Oh yeah, I'm telling you.
So now that I'm hearing it, and even like some of my Ghanaian friends, they would tell me stuff, and I'm like, nah. And then it wasn't until like I sat down with my family, and they were telling me, they were like, you know, there's something we have to tell you. When your mom was X amount of years old, let's say like 7, this person spoke this curse over her before she even had any kids, and said this. Let me tell you something. I have 4 sisters, so my mom had 5 girls, right? Every boy that she was pregnant with, she lost. Every single boy. She lost a set of twin boys before me, a set of twin boy and girl before me, and a set of twin girls before me. And then she had me, right? Let me tell you that all 4 of my sisters, we are talented out the ass. Okay, talented. We are not able to overcome certain things, and it's not because we're lazy. It's not because we're lazy. And that started the whole me coming out of agreement with that mindset. I said, no, this is exactly what they want to happen.
It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy at that point.
And I was like, no, I just hate that it sounds like the Lord is not sovereign and powerful, more powerful than the dark. That's the part that cheeses me. It's like, why do you even have free reign to do all of this shit to me? Like, I'm annoyed, right? So it's just about having that like holy anger and just being like, no.
Now that you know, it's like, oh, now you know what work you have to do.
You got to stay in the word.
It's like, what? So it's like ignorance really is bliss, you know?
Yeah.
Obviously, it's been growing. You've been leveling up. What do you feel like was that turning point? Because I feel like there's always that one turning point, that one moment you can look back on that, since that moment, things have changed.
You know what it was? And it's very recently. I recognized the pattern. There was a pattern that kept happening in my life, whether it's like to the date or to the year. Like, I'm like, why? And I it's almost like, I keep saying almost because I don't want to make it seem like I'm just like hearing voices or like mystic, but like you can hear from the Lord at the end of the day, right? And it was like, I heard the Lord say, pay attention. And I was like, I sat there and I was like, oh. So I caught onto the pattern, and from catching onto that pattern, just being able to streamline, like, okay, now I'm going to respond different. Now I'm going to this different. I'm looking at it different because I know I used to just be like, well, of course this happened. It's my life. This is what usually happens. Oh, this of course. And I was like, nope. I started speaking to that situation differently. It's almost like, it's like my pastor likes to say, the God you see is the God you get, right? In terms of like in the Bible, I don't know if you remember the story about when Christ came back to his hometown to do a lot of miracles, and he could only do a few miracles because some people saw him as the Christ, meaning they can get their life fixed. Some people only saw him as a carpenter, meaning that they can only get their house fixed.
Is that when somebody touched his robe? Is that?
No. That was a different time. Okay. That was a different time. But some people saw God for Christ and they got their transformation. Some people only saw Jesus or Christ, whatever, as a carpenter, and they were only able to get their house fixed. So the God you see is the God you get, right? Number one. Number two, when it comes to like how you fight a battle or an issue, how you see it depends on how you fight it. So if you see procrastination as it's just something that happens, you're not going to fight it, right? But if you see it as warfare, you're going to go in.
That should get you fucked up in a relationship though.
What?
Because let me tell you why. Because if you notice something about your partner, like, oh, this is the thing, like it's not serving you. You should fix that. Yeah. Why you trying to change me? Shit. I'm not trying to do.
But that's why they talk about equally yoked relationships so much. Because if you're not coming from the value system is not there. Value systems is so important to me now.
Oh my God.
Like, and I'm talking about like, we can both value money, right? Yeah. But if you value money to the point where like you're willing, if someone said, yo, you'll get $20 million tomorrow, but you got to sacrifice somebody. I don't value money like that still. Yeah, exactly. But you might. But you might. So when I say value alignment, you sort of think, you'd be like, yeah. But so yeah, value alignment is so important to me now. And like, too, and it is hard. God. Especially because if it's packaged in a way that is good. But for me, this is how I look at it. Good is a distraction to me now.
What do you mean?
Good is a distraction.
What do you mean? Say more.
If it's, this is good. This feels good. You're a good person. I don't care. It's a distraction.
Okay.
It's a distraction because I know the difference in me, even like since I moved, the difference in me is I know who I am now. There's a confidence that I have. Mm-hmm. There's a boldness that I have that settling for good is going to bring me to a demise. It's a distraction.
So do you mean you only want to hang out with great people?
Yeah.
Okay. I think
that's fine. Does that mean that I won't converse with good people or get into business with good people? No, that doesn't mean that I'm not going to. However, you just got to know what you know at the end of the day, right? It's just like, and I'm talking about like I know where I'm going. Mm-hmm. And once you know where you're going, you know who to bring along with you, right?
Everybody can't go.
Everybody can't go.
I've been telling my parents
I'm talking about even like this good is a distraction, man. I get it. Who doesn't like to feel good? We all like to feel good.
Okay. To me, I see that's not enough. Like there's probing. Like that's like a minimum bar where it's like, okay, you're a good person, cool. We're still gonna probe. It doesn't mean you're done. Like, I'm gonna delve in deeper. Yeah. But it's like it's not gonna be a situation like, oh, she's a good person. That's enough. What?
No.
That shit got me fucked up so many times, bro.
You see what I'm saying?
What? They're not good people, bro. They're not good people.
That's what I'm saying. It's a distraction.
Sweet, kind voice, soft voice, distraction.
Nigga. And another thing, since we're already here in like this gospel pod era, where it's like when you think about like anywhere the enemy showed up in the Bible, like even law first mentioned where the enemy showed up, or the devil showed up as a snake in a garden. He showed up looking like where he belonged. It was a snake in a garden.
Yeah.
Right. So it's not always going to be, we think we're going to be at this place and we're going to think, oh, I'm at the bar and you're going to just see the devil walk in. No, it's going to come packaged exactly how you want, which is the good thing.
Exactly.
But the
Tequila.
good thing, you see what I'm saying? It's not always going to be that. Right. So it's just like, I got to a point where I was like, I was because I was at such a deficit for so long and I was craving just like good. Once I saw the good, I was like, and then I realized it was like, oh, this is the distraction. The Lord has me here. I need to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I think that's the season I'm in. I think low key, especially with all the health stuff that's been going on, which we still, the health stuff, remember? I guess we're in hour 3. We can talk about it a little bit. But yeah, the whole situation with me of like how top of the year I couldn't eat anything and like I had like severe nausea, like really bad.
Random.
Yeah. It was like I couldn't do anything. Like I mean, like I was literally stuck to the toilet.
Damn.
I was not throwing up. It was just like that for like months.
What?
Yeah, like at least a month minimum of that severeness.
And you know what with the spiritual stuff, because you mentioned it.
Yeah.
You know when you come to a certain age. That's when the attacks will get even more strong. That'll get stronger.
I'm telling you, like the 30th year is something.
Yeah,
but
see?
Now it's like I'm on the other side of it mostly, you know, but it's still like I can't drink alcohol anymore. Like I don't do it anymore.
No way.
Yeah, right. Me, like Jameson Poppy, like what? Done it. And I'm like, I miss it. Like, but it is what it is. Yeah, I don't drink that. Yeah, no dairy. I used to like chocolate milk, and milk was my shit. Not doing that. It's really just like a cleaner.
Damn.
But like no alcohol at all. It's been what? How long has it been? I don't fucking know. But yeah, no, like because like honestly, it started like top of the year where that happened. But the last time I had alcohol was maybe Binto's party or like probably a little bit after that. Like I had some wine and then I just but like my bar's full at the crib.
I'm very hopeful. I'm glad that's not my portion.
Yeah,
I'm glad that's not my portion.
Right, because like nothing better than just kind of having a little buzz. But nah, it is what it is. And maybe you were abusing it, and the Lord is like, we don't need you to be on that anymore. Definitely abusing that shit, but it's kind of fun. We'll see.
That's how I was with weed. Not to say that I've completely stopped. I've stopped here and there, but I was wrestling with that because of what the church says about smoking weed and about all of that. But then when I find myself challenging that, I find myself in conversation with the Lord where he's like, it's not about whether it's good or bad. Yeah. It's about whether you should be doing it or not. Like it's because sometimes it's not about between what's like wrong or right, but it's about what's wise and unwise. Yeah. Right. And it's like, ooh, that you have me think about what's wise and unwise. Yeah. No, you know what I mean? Or if you're running to it instead of running to the Lord, come on.
Oh yeah.
You already know you're in the you already know you're in the
alcohol combo. There's a lot of good nights that were bad, but good. You know what I mean?
See, I'm telling you about that good. See, you're gonna look at good in a different way.
Those nights are great though. Anyway, so okay, we're closing out. So final segment, silly shit. Haven't done it in a minute. Funny enough, we used to open the segment with a shot. R.I.P.
I was looking forward to that. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah, it's cooked.
I was like, okay.
Yeah, nah, I'll get you a Celsius next time.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, silly shit. This thing you have to put your headphones on because this is a clip that I stole from these guys. Okay. I could just paraphrase it, but I want to play what they said. Okay.
Would you rather your partner cheat once or flirt with everybody forever but never act on it?
What?
So the
hold
clip
on.
I'll ask it again. Yeah. Would you rather your partner cheat on you once or flirt aggressively with everyone and never act on it?
Cheat, fam. It's all good.
Really?
Yeah, that's fine.
Your partner.
So
I knew you would answer that. To be honest, I really knew you would because you're forgiving, right? She was like this. She's not there yet.
No, I'm just saying, like, flirt aggressively forever. Are you stupid? Yeah. I'm there.
Like
I'm
that.
Right, and I'm right there. Like,
yeah, like you're playing
and never act on it because you have to understand, like, that type of to even insinuate, like, yeah, you're gonna flirt for the rest of our lives. There's something in you going on. There's something going on in there.
Too, yeah.
You know what I mean? Versus like a one time thing, or a weak moment, or whatever. Get your rocks off. It's one time. It's all right.
I can't do it. I don't know. I was really torn.
First of all, it didn't define what cheating is.
No, we know what the worst. The worst. Yes.
Okay. No baby.
That's flagrant. Why would they ever do that?
Okay, as long as it doesn't produce a baby.
Yeah, no, of course, no baby, but almost.
Holy, but then it's like me as a woman of God being like, yeah, go out there and just, I'd rather my person commit adultery than to flirt.
Because, I mean, that's a good perspective.
No, but for real,
that's a good perspective.
I'm not. Yeah, you're not flirting, bro. Like
every time, like nah.
You see what I'm saying?
I'm gonna date a homebody. That's fine. It's like everything, like what Amazon package nigga that comes through, like whatever. That's fine.
You're not even getting your full. You're not even living optimally at that point.
Yeah, no. Every time. But also cheating, I can't get. I'm not there yet. God's still working on me. I'm not there yet. I can't. If my partner cheats on me.
I just feel like everyone cheats at least once. It's gonna happen anyway. So
hey, that's not my share. That will not be.
And I hope it's not.
It will not. Amen.
I think everybody cheats at least once. I think it happens.
Men and women.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
Does that include me? I've cheated.
You were forgiven?
Of course.
Of course, it's crazy.
Why wouldn't I be forgiven?
You should be asking me that. You should be asking me that.
Forgiven?
No, I can't.
It
you like to take? So you'd stay with your partner if she cheated on you? I want you to answer that question too. I'm thinking about it. I need to hear your answer to inspire me.
Tell me why you wouldn't be able to forgive somebody for cheating on you. Let's start there. Tell me why.
How could you do that?
What do you mean how?
Like how could you?
Pride and ego. You're speaking from pride and ego.
No, like,
if you can understand that things can happen. Shit happens.
But not that. Like you can eat cake, you can slip. Like these things happen.
Things
right?
can happen.
But there's multiple things that happen for that to happen.
For sure.
So there was intent there. I don't want to date.
Not always. There was an intent there for me.
I don't want to do this. No.
There was an intent there for me. Was there a possibility that I think about it? Sure.
Don't.
So
what the fuck? Stay
so
there.
you can say,
time out.
So you can say you
was there a possibility
it.
for me to think about it? That's crazy.
Well, first of all, I don't know, but I think about things all the time. So
okay.
So you know, now if I'm speaking to somebody that I find attractive or we're attractive to each other, and I've thought about it, I've just thought about it. That's all I'm saying. I can think about things.
Yeah.
Did I go there with the intent to say, yeah, things are gonna go on? Absolutely not. Did I go there every time, or did we chill every time? And I was like,
crazy.
Anytime, every time, or whatever. Was I like, oh my god, da da da? No, but it happened.
That's crazy.
It happened. Was I distraught after? Absolutely. Because I was like, what? How did I get here?
Nah, you can't be distraught, bro.
I was distraught. I was broken because I was like, wait, what? And I realized I
ate the cake.
Yeah. You can do some dumb shit out of brokenness.
Yeah.
Like, let's be for real. Right? And it's not about you. It's about me and my brokenness.
Oh yeah, that's a fact.
So that's how. So if you can
for
understand that, then you would be able to forgive.
Well, that's more so what I'm mad at. It's like, how could you have fooled me for this long?
What do you mean this long?
I'm kidding. That's toxic. That's next level toxic.
This long is crazy.
You fooled me. I thought you were together. You're broken. That's crazy. Like as a wife, that's wild. No.
Yeah, I don't know. As a wife, being married and cheating is like you gotta. Yeah, you gotta have some more discipline. But if you're just in a relationship, I don't want to say just like it's nothing. But if you're in a relationship, it can happen.
Aggressively flirting is a lot, man.
Think about it, because you said the worst thing. So think about it. If you're walking into a restaurant with your girl and she sees a guy and she's like, oh my god, those arms, you're so attractive. I love your arms, those eyes.
Oh, so that's fine. That's annoying.
Touching the arms.
Touching is OD.
That's flirting.
That's assault. I'm calling the cops on her.
And every time you go out, so every time she sees somebody she finds attractive or whatever, she's
oh yeah, nah, I'm gonna be mad every day.
You're there and it's in front of you. You're not even gonna be able to sleep. You're not even gonna be able to have sex with her.
Yeah, it's a fact. But also, like, if everything's going well, like we're having a great day, and all of a sudden I have a flashback, she cheated on me. Ooh, that's
gonna happen.
You know what I mean?
It'll happen.
Oh,
you'll get over it.
Will I?
Yeah. If you allow your pride and your ego to get out the way, you will get over it.
How is it about me? It's about her.
If it was about her, you'd be able to let it go.
You're making too much sense right now. I don't like it.
It's just the truth. And I'm just speaking from experience, because when I was cheated on, listen, my pride and my ego, we took a hit, because I was like,
you did this to me.
Yeah.
Of all people, me.
And it was almost like the package is here. Like, I don't understand, right? But once I took a step out of my ego and my pride, I was like, man, it's not even that. Like, it happens, and it had nothing to do with me.
Does it matter if the person is more attractive than you?
No.
It doesn't matter.
I always hear that it doesn't.
Yeah.
I mean, when you say matters, how does it matter?
Like, would it be worse if she was uglier?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that's a little bit.
But yeah, it would be worse if they were ugly. But then it would be like, yo, you were really broken. You were really in a place where like, yeah, like you were really you were really in a place where like, crazy. Damn, it was dark. Yeah. But like.
What if he likes that? Like, that's just like, oh, I just feel like having that.
You don't like that.
It was just available. Hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, and sometimes it just be the avail. It really just be that. Now, when they're more attractive, well, I'm not gonna say more attractive.
Niggas be liking mid though. Like every
niggas be liking how mid acts. They like how mid behaves. They like the avail of mid.
Not me anymore. No, I don't do that. That's crazy.
I wouldn't say that they like mid.
Yeah, no, I had. You know what's crazy? I had a mid intervention. The homegirls pulled me aside like, yo, what's going on, nigga? They were like, yo, what do you like? You're a sick nigga. Like, you look good. You're doing good things. Like,
why
you need to stop with the mid.
Mm-hmm.
You need to stop.
And I had that conversation with somebody too. I said, honestly,
that's love.
Your tier in women is depreciating. Like, what's going on?
No, but that's actually love though. For them to be like, yo, get it together.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Because those mids, they show up for you differently. The mids show up for you differently.
Do, but it's like it just speaks to like how you view yourself and like what you're capable of. To be honest, too.
What do you mean?
As a man, like of like, why weren't you going for that? Like, honestly, it sparked the conversation to me. It's like, wait, why aren't you going for that? Like, you're automatically assuming it's gonna require more energy. It's gonna require this, blah blah. Yeah. But also, it's just like, bro, why not? Like, that's life. Yeah. Because it was what you get. It's fire, but it's like you know what I mean.
Hope it's fire.
Oh, I don't mean that physical. I just mean feeling
that's
of
what I'm
like,
talking about. You hope it's fire.
Yeah.
I've seen countless men be like, they finally go for what they go, and then it sucks.
Oh, I mean, that's always gonna happen sometimes. But let's focus on the positives.
Yeah.
I think when it's good, it's like, okay, this is also like worth it, and all these things. This is cool. You enjoy it differently when you do it some mid, you know.
Yeah.
So
I hate to talk about people like that, but it is what it is.
Shout out to the mid.
Shout out to the mids, mid gang.
We did it, man. We did it.
Yeah.
We did it. We had the conversation.
Oh my God.
It's been another episode of Return the Mac podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in.
So happy to be here.
We talked about the things. We talked about a lot. So I hope you guys liked some things that we talked about. Please comment, tell a friend. Like I say every week, you guys could have been anywhere in the world, but instead you guys decided to be here watching us. And for that, I'm super grateful. Again, Patreon link is in the bio. Join us, and we'll be back again in 2 weeks. Before that, anything you want to plug?
No, just choose to be kind, people. Choose to be kind, and yeah, that's it.
That's it, guys. Be kind. We out. Boom.
It's always like a packed out,
Yeah.